Welcome to Framework Fortune. I'm your host, Ben. Now let's get into some live trading. A little late today to the stream, but that's alright. We're gonna make it happen, Captain, one way or another. So, let's see what's going on in this crazy market today. I did watch the futures last night like I normally do. Saw that the NASDAQ was under that 11.5 again. Oh, I did have a little bounce up there. You can see where it cracked that uptrend. It's trying to get back on that uptrend, but same area of resistance that held up last time is holding up again. Looking. Okay, let me remove this trend line so you guys can see this pretty clear. So every time we've been getting rejected, it's been at that. Well, in that last little bit, see, daily chart, yeah, that third. We've been getting rejected around 13,000, 12.8, but as we've constantly gone down, the resistance lines are getting lower and lower. So now this previous support at 11.8 is now holding up as resistance for the NQs. So that probably means that we're going to probably sell off by the end of the week unless something happens, but I doubt anything will be happening. So, oil's dropped all the way back down to 105. Actually hit about 100, well, 101. Coming back up, getting some buy-in pressure there. Everything is kind of, gold's still hanging out where it's been. Everything's just kind of just hanging out. Let's see what the top gainers are. Not really any major changes from yesterday in any of the markets. I believe the crypto market is doing okay. I am expecting, real quick for my precious metals people, I am expecting a possible drop on silver down to 20, maybe even 19. Silver's been in this big wedge on this weekly chart, but silver is starting to curl over right here. And if it can't hold that 200 at 21, it's going to come down some. To me, it's fine, just like with cryptos, more buying opportunities, but yeah, that may happen. We may see it down quite a bit lower, especially if the NASDAQ drops some more. But overall, silver still got this big squeeze, this big triangle that it's in for years, and even if it does drop to 20 or even 15 at the trend line, it's more than likely going to bounce. There's a ton of support on this weekly chart at $15. So I definitely think that is more than likely the lowest silver could go. And that could be because historically silver drops when the stock market drops, but then rebounds really quickly. And until gold breaks out, which is just petering along this uptrend, that's kind of what is going to need to help silver break out. But there's a lot of futures, just like with the the nickel short squeeze that happened with the London Metal Exchange, and I guess is still happening. Chase Morgan and all of that, they play with the futures, and silver has been one of the strongest manipulated commodities probably forever by the big institutions shorting futures because silver's used in so much electronics. But anyway, we are seeing crypto's about the same as where they were at as well. Natural gas down a little bit, so we got a bunch of energy commodities down. Wheat's up a little, 2%. Let's see, we do have the Russian stock market. See, now the Russian stock market doesn't look nowhere near as bad as the U.S. stock market, which is interesting. That's why I've been keeping an eye on it. But also, you look at that USD versus that ruble. Or actually, this is the ruble versus USD. So how much dollar it takes to buy ruble. You can see that ruble's climbing back up pretty nicely on this trend line. So it shows weakness in our economy, as I've been saying, in our U.S. dollar, that the sanctions really didn't do anything to to Russia. Like if your economy's that bad where you sanction somebody and they're like, that's no bueno. Brazilian stock market, another one I'm keeping an eye on. Look at this beautiful double bottom on this weekly chart off of the 200. Smaller stock exchange, of course. But you look at this thing, man, this is a beautiful pattern for a stock market, for overall exchange. This is not crazy like the NASDAQ. It's not super straight up. It, had originally nice spike back in beginning 2000, 2002, and it's been making healthy moves, bouncing off trend line there, bouncing off trend line there, bouncing off 200 there, and right now holding up at that 200 with a double bottom. So maybe if the U.S. stock market crashes, the Brazil stock market could rip, or if it pulls back, it doesn't have that much ways to go to pull back to the trend line, and then stocks off of that trend line that are Brazilian could be some potential place to look at. So I'm going to be looking for those plays. If I see any Brazilian stocks popping up on the scanners, and I'll probably look in some more detail too to try to find some that are my type of picks. Okay, anyway, what did I do? I just lost the YouTube chat. Where did you go? Oh, no? Where did you go? YouTube chat just jumped away from me. Alright, anyway, let me get the YouTube chat back up here and let's see what stocks are moving, what possible plays we got. Shout out to you guys over there in Twitch. You guys are quiet over there, but that's okay. If you have any questions, anything like that, feel free to reach out. Feel free to throw your question in the comments, whatnot, in the chat there. Hold on, I'm getting back to the YouTube chat. Because I know y'all aren't quiet. My YouTube chat, y'all are a rambunctious bunch. Yeah. Who we got in here? What's up, GD? GD is in here. Oh, y'all ain't getting rambunctious yet. It's too late in the day. Prime crazy time is over. Alright, so let's look on this top 10 NASDAQ gainer list. OBCI looks like that. Man, they're getting bought out. Nothing there. That's running right into that 200-day moving average, getting rejected. Obviously, clearly don't want to play with that. Yeah, because it's going to have a hard time breaking that 200. I'm not buying anything. That was a mistake I made yesterday, looking for some consolidation like this, because this is a nice little flag, a nice little pole. But you can just call it a triangle. You don't need to call it a flagpole if you don't want to. But that triangle is right under that 200, just kind of like some of them plays yesterday. So I'm not trying to make that same mistake yesterday, that I did yesterday. I'm looking now this looks interesting. 17 million shares, e-commerce storefronts on Amazon, eBay, Walmart. See, the difference here is the 200-day is way up here at 325, 330, and the price is down here right above that moving average at 50-day, this little double peak of support. So 225 may not be a bad place to look on this. Same exact pattern, just better looking daily chart. We don't have a 200-day right in our way. So I kind of like that play. It's only 17 million shares. The news is meh. They're putting out a bunch of storefronts. But until they actually sell something, that's irrelevant. Anybody can put out a bunch of storefronts on Amazon and all of that. But it could be a possible play. We'll see here. EVLO, what are you doing? No news on that. This is a bioscience company. Has a nice little U shape there. Trying to break that 50-day right now. Oh, way too many shares. 800 million. I don't want that. VVIK getting a pop. So we'll put that back on the watch list. Yeah, looking very nice. Trying to break 250 right now. I mean, you got a straight up uptrend though, so I don't know. Starting to get a double top there. We'll keep an eye on it. SRRK, Baby Sark, doo. Scholar Rock Holdings. Scholar Rock Holdings. What is this? It's a weird name. Oh, they're a pharmaceutical company. I don't like it. 33 million shares. Don't like none of that. Okay, let's go to the low float scanner. We've got PEV. Oh, interesting. Oh, this is a car company. Phoenix Motors. Get back up here. That's an IPO. Looks like it just came out. PEV, 19 million shares. Look at this huge U shape on the daily. Alright, let's get funky. Actually, I kind of like it off of that bounce it's doing right now. Let me go into a 1 hour chart. So 10 days down at 426. 5 is where the trend line is. Oof. Just barely missed that little entry there. I'm going to start building a position. If it really starts going, I might start. Let's see, we got to break 6. Yeah, break to 6 and this thing can start running. You can see it right there, the tops of these two candles. So we had this nice big rip, having an indecision on the hour chart. Yeah, come on back down a little bit. Get a little bit closer to 5. $5.50's kind of starting to hold a little bit there. We got a 10-cent spread. 20 minutes. 5 minutes on this candle. Yeah, come down just a little bit more. Trying to get a better price average, but it is not wanting to drop below that 560 area. At 5 minutes on this candle. Might start trying to go. Okay, come on back down a little bit. Let's see, I'm going to put an order in at 5, a limit order like 549. See if it can dip down there real quick. Some other low floats moving up, but this one is definitely the most interesting. Oh, let's see if I get that fill. Give me a little wick under 550. Come on. Man, let's see. See if I can get 554. Man, oh, come on. What are you doing? What are you doing? It's very, very strategic entries right here. You're messing with me hard. What? Okay. Thinkorswim, you're going to have to pull it together. We can't be doing this right now. This is very, very specific timing here. Just taking that out. I'll just mark it in. There we go. There's a little drop. I'm going to grab 10 there. Let's see if we keep dropping. Come back down some more. Oof. Oof. Buyers coming right back in again on that 550. I did get 10 down there. I put my average at 555. Let's see if I can slide in there for a 548. Whoops. No, what are you doing? Thinkorswim. I have my auto send on. What kind of nonsense? Okay, let's see if I get filled right here on this. Dip down under there. So right at that 548. Okay, there we go. I'd still like to see 550 break down some a little bit more and it come down to like 525. But I don't know. Buyers have really been trying to keep this above that 550. There we go. Now we're starting to drop a little bit. We don't want to drop too much. Looks like 550 is going to hold again. If 550 holds again, I'm going to add again. Actually, I'm going to wait. I'm going to give this 15-minute candle a chance to close before I do any more adding. The main reason, don't know, I don't trade mid. Well, I'll trade some mid caps, but large caps, it's supply and demand. You know, you got a billion shares, or Apple has got billions of shares. It takes a whole lot of money, especially with those price of those shares being 200 a share. It takes a whole lot of capital to move those markets. You got to be dependent on a whole lot more people. Where with these low float stocks, they are more dangerous. There's no doubt about that. But if you have good risk to reward ratio and good stop losses, all of that, then it's not really any different. But going back to supply and demand, this stock only has 19 million shares, right? So it's only took 11 million in volume to move it up from 349 to 668 as a $3 rip off of, you know, at that time, probably not even 8 million volume in shares. So 8 million volume in shares traded on the Apple is nothing. That's not going to move the price at all. And with only 20 million shares, it doesn't take a whole bunch of institutions to come in to push this up. It could just be other trading chat rooms like Sean Deckmar, who's got a big following, Ross Cameron, who's got a big following, even though he just got sued because he's a dirtbag. Ooh, I like that price down there. Do I want to add some more here? Let's see how this candle starts moving. But it's less. Basically, I trade low floats because it's more bang for my buck, right? I don't have to put in, if I want to trade 100 shares of Apple, right? It's going to cost, I don't even know what Apple's price is because I don't care about Apple, but it's going to, I'm grabbing 10 more right here. Get out of here. Why are you doing that? Stop putting my order thing up. I got auto send on. But, so for basically, let me put it this way: for $1,000, if you got $1,000 that you're trading with, you try to buy Apple, it's $200. That's 5 shares, right? So for that $1,000, that 5 shares, to make any money, it's got to run $10 just for you to make $50. However, if you was to buy PEV before this rip at 1,000 shares, or $1,000, it would be, what is it, $549? So about 200 shares, and this thing rips $3. That's $600 for the same $1,000 that you used for Apple for $6. So that's the difference. That's why I trade low floats. It's more bang for your buck, more profit potential per capital. So as I primarily focus on helping new traders and stuff, introducing people to markets and all of that, most people aren't starting with 25K in their account to trade with, right? They're only going to be starting with a couple $100, $500, $1,000. And again, for $1,000, you're not getting that many shares of Apple. There's way too much supply, and you get a better amount of shares, and you get a nicer profit return usually. So far, this is where I wanted to come down to right here and hang out on this little trend line for a minute. But I do not want to see this hour candle drop any lower. We gotta hold this trend line. Good morning, Stonks and Chomps. Yeah, see, Stonks and Chomps starting with $50. You couldn't even buy a share of Apple with $50, right? So if you only got $50 to start with, and you definitely you can't trade Apple whatsoever. You're not gonna have any profit. And we're starting to come back over 550 and break this downtrend. This is what I want to see. If we re-break 550, I think we're gonna be good to go. I'm adding another 10. Oh no, I'm not. All right. Well, I'll stick with the 40 I got. Let's see. So my average is 549. I could risk. I'm only gonna hold if I risk it down to 5. That's 50 cents times 40, so I'd be at a $20 risk. And if this thing can pop up to back to this previous high of 668, move $1, that would be $40 in profit. So I'm in about a 1-to-2 ratio, which is not great. But seeing how this thing ripped earlier, if it can rip again, it may turn into a 3-to-1, 4-to-1 ratio. We'll see. Still not sure if it's going to break, because we are still getting a lot of indecision on this trend line. We're kind of confirming the uptrend at the moment. We're trying to confirm the uptrend, and we got about 10 minutes left on the hour candle to close. And that's why I say we want to see this candle close above 550 if possible. Which, this thing's pretty low float. And I'm probably not going to switch away from it because it's so low float. And I don't want to put in a stop loss yet. I have a mental stop loss right there for under 5. But just in case it throws a quick wick down, I don't want to get stopped out and then it rip. Because we have seen that happen a couple times in the last couple of weeks, where some plays look super bullish, and then all of a sudden they just have a nasty sell-off. There we go. We're starting to push back over 550 now. Let's see if we can get a test of 6 before this hour candle closes. A test of 6 in the next 10 minutes. This could get interesting. Got decent sized buyers there trying to hold up 550. Need to see them keep coming in. They should start to get more comfortable over 550 if 550's holding that support. See a decent size buyer there, more than likely. Yeah, these are buyers. These ain't shorters, because they're pushing the price up. A little bit of selling at 555. Needs to get out of the way. So a little rejection there again off of 550. We're still testing it. Gotta start holding this new support, not resistance. Technical analysis as far as what? Like, the longer term time frames, well, I'm just going to say yeah. Because in my eyes, technical analysis it can be used in any assets. It doesn't matter if it's a stock and it's low float or high float. It doesn't matter if it's cryptos. I use the same technical analysis I do in the stock market for cryptos. same technical analysis for futures, same technical analysis for gold and silver. There's I mean, there's not that much really to technical analysis. It's just candlestick charts, which candlestick charts were created by a Japanese fellow a long time ago, I think thousands of years ago, for trading rice. So if you know, these candlesticks have been around for thousands of years. I could be off on that timing. I'm not exactly sure, but I know it was a long time ago, long time ago. But they can be used to chart anything, right? Like you can chart rice, whatever. So as long as it can be charted, technical analysis is going to work. Now, as far as like what I will say, the difference between the higher and mid floats and the low floats is your support areas and resistance areas are going to be a little more solid on the higher and mid floats because you don't have quite as much volatility in them, right? So if a chat room decides to dump at a resistance line on some low float like this, that's going to bring that price down quite a bit. But it may not be the end of that stock. We could see it crack through support 20, 30, 50 cents and look like all that support's done. Like we've been seeing here where we've been testing 550, but the bottom of our test area was 525, so about a whole 25-cent area of testing, and now we're starting to break out. This is looking beautiful now. Let's go. Nice little pop right over that 550, and that was, look at the volume. Look at that. That pop was not even a million people, and that was a 20-cent pop off of not even a million people. That's what I like. That's why I don't trade Apple or none of the big caps. So, yeah, there is going to be, you're going to have more volatility in low floats, right? It all goes back to supply and demand because that's all this is that you're looking at right now. You're just looking at supply and demand, but it's in candlestick form and level 2 form and order book form and all this stuff. And look at this beautiful rip all the way up to 580, breaking this downtrend. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get frisky. Let's get frisky. Can we break 6 and get crazy? No, the low floats won't respect the areas. That's what I'm saying. The low floats are not going to respect support and resistance areas as much because of that volatility, right? Like again, there's barely even a million volume and we just ripped 30 something cents. So to the same thing can happen to the downside. If we was at support here, this thing could rip under 30 cents and look like it's done and then come back up, or it could just completely just crash after that, you know. But is it really relevant? That's the question that I'm going to ask you back. Is that really relevant whether the low floats are more volatile than the mid caps when it comes to the technical analysis? Because I mean, as long as you got your stop losses, you got your risk to reward ratio, you've got your trading plan you're sticking to, you know, it's not, doesn't really matter as much when you know that these things are going to wick out crazier than the higher and mid caps. Did get a little rejection there at 585, coming back down to 550, but this is what I'm talking about with just that consolidation. I mean, we're moving almost in a dollar range while we're consolidating, which is a crazy range for consolidation. Oh, we're starting to break out and I'm high in the chart. Starting to push back up again. We just hit 575 again for another test. Oh, well, I'm not at my profit target yet. I will scale out if I start hitting my profit target. I'm not looking to scale out yet. I believe I'm pretty. Well, I'm not going to say I'm. I think we're going to hit $6. I think we're going to come back up for a retest in just a few minutes. And if we break 6, we're going to start running. So I'm not looking to lock out yet. Now, however, if this thing does start turning back down bearish, I'm in the green. So I would like to lock out in the green, but it is very, very volatile. So it's going to be a little tricky unless it just continues to rip like I'm expecting it to. Or at least get that test to 6. So if it pops up to 6, I will probably take a little bit off, and then I'll wait to see if 6 breaks. And if 6 can break, then I'll start taking some off probably at 650. Yeah, 650 is probably going to be next area of resistance. So I might take off a little in through there. But we've got an uptrend. I'm not, this uptrend is what I'm riding out. So I'm not just going to scale out just to scale out, especially when we have this beautiful uptrend and we're starting to break that short-term downtrend. Right, because the overall time frame of this is bullish. The overall pattern is uptrend. So this is looking like this was just a pullback off that initial pop. Because this pop, I mean, just from these two candles was from $4 up to that 668. Like I said, $3 pop, and if you got in down here, that's even more. So after a $3 pop, traders are going to sell out some of it, right? They're going to lock out some profits. So I think that was just a little slowdown, because we're holding 550 strong now. We're still climbing right up the trend line to that $6 area. We're starting to curl up, possible little short-term U-shape as well. But $6 is going to be major resistance. That's the issue. Let me look back at this chart. Oh yeah, and then after. So here's the main thing with the most potential. After 650, this stock has never been over 650. Today was the highest price at 668 this stock has gotten. So once it's above that area, there's no past chart history, there's no 200-day moving average, any of that can hold this down. It's nothing but natural support and resistance. Every 25 cents, $5, $5.25, $5.50, $5.75. Now right there, we're starting to get a little rejection. That looks a little bit ugly. We need to stay above at 5.50. We're about to close on both candles here in 10 seconds. Let's see if this closes over 5.50. Making me nervous coming back down that low right before the candle closed. And we were looking really good. I wanted to see it close a little higher up, but still testing that 550 area. Yeah. I mean, I have a mental stop right now. I know in my head that I will take it if it starts cracking 550 again. Like if we start curling down and we're not bouncing up, which this downtrend's pretty much done. I'm gonna take that off. Well, actually, hold on. I might have drawn that downtrend wrong. It may be more like this. Yeah, that looks a little bit more accurate. But yeah, I'll use a lot of market orders. So at the moment, just because of the timing and because of it's a low flow, I've got my stop loss in my head. My original stop loss was under $5 at $4.99, risking that $20. At this point, if 550 starts to hold as support and we're pushing up towards 6, then I'll put in a physical stop loss above 550, and that way I'll be in the green regardless. But if I was to do any of that right now, I could easily get stopped out or something like that. So that's why I'm keeping it a mental stop loss, because it is, again, it's a very low flow stock, so it's very volatile, and I don't want to get wicked out. So if my analysis is correct on this thing and it does come up in test 6, you'll see the process in action. But right now, we're just kind of waiting for the breakout. It's just consolidating right up this trend line. Throwing some nice wicks up there, throwing some nice buying pressure. But as I've been talking about, we're waiting. What we're waiting for is 550 to hold as support, so new buyers will feel comfortable coming in and buying the stock at over 550. So, like looking at these candles, the selling pressure, these wicks, buyers have not been comfortable buying it over 550 yet. You know, there's been some, but a lot of buyers are not comfortable. It's still, like I said, it's still sketchy. We're still in consolidation, so it could go either way. So you want to see those buyers start to get comfortable and come in here. We want to start seeing bigger buys pushing up towards that 560. Like right now, there's barely any buys in this level too. You know, there's not. Well, actually, we may start. We starting to get some short. What's the NQ doing? NQ's at 11.6. Let's see. We're starting to test that 550 again, and that's why buyers are still not come in yet. They're not comfortable. If we start pushing down here, this thing could start cracking. Back down to 534. See if we can pop back over 550. I don't like this curl. Oh, let me go back into the hour chart. That's where I need to be. Yeah, let's see. 10 days moved up to 450. Really don't want to see that 10-day move up to 5. This green line here on this hour chart. So we're starting to get some buy-in though, trying to push it back over 550, but we want to make sure that it's not, if orders do start coming in on the bid, it's not shorters. Because shorters are hungry. It is a crashing market and shorters are out to play. Those little piranhas, those little dirty piranhas. Shoo. This looks like this may crack. It was looking really nice until it had that last pullback. Little buyer at 540. Come on. If we don't see 550 pop back over 550 soon, we're probably going to crack here. Come on. Okay, there's a decent sized buyer. 5,000 shares there. You can see these bids stacking though on this level too. We're not getting any type of bids. Even here at 540, barely any bids, which is real sketchy. And there's the actual downtrend now. We've got confirmation of it off of that wick. We're still holding the trend line, but just barely. It's gotta break back over 550 on this candle or the next candle. Okay, we're coming back up for a test of 550. Let's see if buyers start feeling better. You know, they're feeling a little sad there for a minute. Definitely scared on that wick. 550 with a little rejection. Let's see, how long have we been going here? Oh, okay. All right, now. Let's see. Starting to get a little bit more green on that time and sells. But we need this 550 to start holding. Stack these bids. Come on in here. Another little rejection. It's the second rejection in the last couple of minutes. Need that 550 to hold. Yes, on the level 2 where it shows a 6 or a 1, you just add 2 zeros to it. That's all. That's why it looks so different than the time and sells with the order sizes and stuff. I really don't know why Thinkorswim does that. And there's a lot of platforms that does that where you got to add 2 zeros to the bid and ask size. I mean, I don't see why they couldn't have just put the 2 zeros in themselves, but whatever. Maybe there's a setting you can change. I don't know. I've gotten used to it now, trading, 5-6 years on Thinkorswim. But yeah, you just add 2 zeros. That's it. Okay, nice. We're starting to see a buyer come in at 550, decent size. So that's 1,800 shares. Couple of more buyers starting to stack. Let's see if they can keep stacking. Oh, nope. Taken out. Okay, we got another one stepping up, trying to hold 550 still. We need to see new buyers. Come on. Okay. There's a position size increase. Another buyer, and they got taken out too. Okay, another 550. So buyers they're starting to fill out that 550 area. They're starting to maybe like it if it can just hold up a little bit more. Okay, there's a bid over 550. He got taken out. All right. Oh, big spread now, 12 cents. Got the ask all the way up at 558. Okay, there's another buyer at 550. Got taken out. Big. Okay, now they're starting to stack. Buyers are starting to feel okay. They're starting to feel like 550 is a good spot. See if they get that. 551 new bids. 552, 555, 556. Now them buyers are coming in. That's what we want to see. Taking out all those asks. We're up to 560. We're back live on this play now. Coming out of this consolidation with a possible test of 575 coming here in a minute or two. Big seller sitting at 564. Let's see if he gets rip his throat out. Come on, buyers. Eat him up. Bam. Ate him right up. Or no, was he at 564? I don't know if he got 8 up or if he moved down to 564. I think he might have moved up to 564. Big coincidence if that wasn't the same person with that same share size. So look, he's adding to it. This little a-hole is trying to hold it down. We need to get that right there. That could be a shorter trying to cover. If shorters were in this, like I thought they might have tried to get in on this little indecision and this little consolidation, and this thing starts testing 575, shorters are going to have to cover. Well, I don't know. They may hold all the way to 6. It may be $6 where the shorters have to cover if it breaks 6, which is what we want to see. If they start covering, then we have nothing but buying. Gotta get this guy out of the way here. This little fella. Come on, buyers. So as you see, buyers are still not quite comfortable coming over 560 yet. Our bids have been getting close. Did have a quick little push up there, but we're still staying in this 555 range at the moment. All right, he moved down. Ugh, still quite a bit of indecision at the moment. The good thing is we're holding 550, but we really need to get through that guy. That guy is just in the way. What's up, One Life? I appreciate that. Listen, uh, don't know. My composure has come a long way just this year. If you go back and watch previous live streams from previous years, my composure has not always been there as far as trading. But at this point, it's like it's like second nature almost. Like you do it so much, eventually you just come in and you're like, oh, okay, we're just making money, or we're gonna lose a little bit of money. As long as we're making more money than we're losing, that's all that matters. Get these guys out of here. Come on, buyers. Y'all need to step it up. There we go. There we go. Take these guys out of here. Get them out of the way. There we go. Now they're getting ate up. This slow market sometimes, or this down market, takes forever for resistance lines to break. That's what we've been seeing this last 2 weeks anyway. Buyers stacking. Oh, we're starting to get some buyers stacking at 565. Oh, no, they got taken out. We got them stacked over 560 if they can hold. People are not, if we don't have any selling pressure. There's no really selling pressure at 567. One little seller there. More at 570. We got 2 minutes on this candle to close. Break of 570 on this candle in this last minute and a half, and we're going to test 6. We're testing 575 now. Bid starting to stack at 575 already. Beautiful. Beautiful. We're getting upward momentum. Oh, they got taken out. Let's see if they can stack it back again. If they start stacking new support at 575, that old resistance becomes new support. Then we are going to test 6 here very shortly. Testing 575 again. Bids up to 572. Got some bids holding 570. 570 getting taken out. Bids starting to stack at 575. Let's go. Let's get frisky. Oh, nope, they're still battling. We're still battling. We don't want to battle here long, no. Because the $6 battle is going to be with the real battle, the war. Like the battle at 550 was a decent battle, strong battle. This battle at 575 shouldn't be that big of a deal, but $6 is the war. So we getting rejected off of this test of 575. As long as we hold up above 550, then we're fine. This 15-minute candle is fixing to close. It is closed. We are right on that trend line. Needs to push up off of that trend line on this candle. We need to see that 575 start holding. We do not want to test 550 as support again. Buyers should have claimed 550 as support. But buyers can get tired. They can get fatigued, right? If they've been fighting this battle at 550 forever, then 575 might end up holding a little bit tougher. It has so far. There's a big seller there, 25,000 shares at 565. We're going to need to see him getting ate up. He could be a fake order too. He could be a ghost order trying to scare people. There's definitely some shorters in this, trying to get it to crack, and it might, because we're taking a little bit too long. Like that upward momentum right there. If we would have pushed and broke over this previous wick, we would have been looking really good. But we stopped short of that previous wick, so our upward momentum we had is starting to slow down again, which we did not get very far with this upward momentum. So Oh boy, let's see here. What's the Nasdaq doing? NQ losing it a little bit at 11.6. I don't like how we're testing this trend line. We're back testing 550. Yeah, we may be about to crack. Let me go ahead and get ready to jump out of this. Okay, let's see if buyers hold up 550. Okay, so they did. That was a quick little dip. That's okay. Quick little dips under 550 are okay as long as we come right back above them. There we go. Nice buyer at 550s. See 550 bids stacking back back up. This candle needs to go green. It's gotta test 575. Because this is not a pretty curl. So we do not want to curl to the downside. Let me look at the 4-hour here. Oh, 4-hour we're clear too. I mean, it's just 575 and 6. That's the only thing that's in our way at this point. Big buyer just stepped in, 26,000 shares. Now that's going to make everybody else feel nice. That's going to make everybody feel a little bit better. That made me feel a little bit better. So on this hour chart, we've got 40 minutes left. If this hour candle can break up over 6, that would be a bullish engulfing candle over the previous hour, and that would more than likely lead to a pretty nice sized breakout. And we're back up at 575. Wow, I'm talking and this thing just started pushing again. Okay, let's go then. Let's do the thing. Nice bid sitting at 570. Let's see if we can get right through 575 easily this time. Because we need to see a test to 6 soon. We don't want to keep getting hung up at 575 and 550. Buyers need to see that this thing wants to break that $6 line. And we need to at least see one test to see how much selling pressure is actually at that 6. So far, just continuing to climb up this trend line. Trend line's still, it's getting close to being about 550, about over 550. Here comes a test of 575. These bids stack back up there. Yeah, there's one at 574. Little rejection, little pushback here at 575 again. If you don't blow right through this 575 and stop playing with my emotions. I know what the problem is. I'm going to walk away for a few minutes. I'll be right back. Let's see if that's the problem. Don't want me to watch it. Shy. See, look at that. Every time I go away, what I did was I called NASDAQ customer support, 1-800-NASDAQ, and I said, hey, I ain't got time to wait on this stock to rip all day, so if you could speed it up, market makers, that'd be really nice. That's usually why I walk outside, you know. NASDAQ has very good customer support. Make sure you leave them a 5-star review. I did lock 10 out on my phone. If you guys saw that order pop through, you can see it there. Because I checked my phone real quick and saw it was at $6. And I was like, of course it is. Of course it is, as soon as I walk away. It's all, anybody who's been following me for a while can verify this. Like 90% of the time I walk away from an uptrending stock, they usually rip. Drives me nuts. The NASDAQ customer support was a joke. If they have a customer support line, then we should be prank calling it. Alright, so now we still got a lot of time on this hour candle. That was a nice test. That's what I was saying. We needed to get that test. Make buyers feel like, oh good, this may rip. So we need to see them come back up for another test. If we start coming down, matter of fact, I'm just going to go ahead, I'm going to put a stop loss in at 549 now. I got 30 shares left. Let me put in the right stop loss. Yeah. So that way, regardless, I'm in the green. This is now a green trade, no matter what happens. I locked out a fourth of it at that 6 resistance. For some reason, we don't continue back up and push. You know, maybe I didn't get the whole part of this rip, but you know, it was like what, $25 or something, $30. So, you know, I'm in the green now, so it doesn't matter. You know, I'm willing to let it do its thing and see if it tries to retest 6 at this point. I'm comfortable now. You know, once you get to this point where you've locked in some profits at a top resistance line, you got your stop loss above your original entries, where you're in the green no matter what. No stress trading. We're good now. I ain't even got my hands on the trigger anymore. You know, I'm sitting back relaxing. We're just having a time now. Oh, DB, I went outside to switch on green candle. Yeah, you called it, man. I was calling NASDAQ customer support. I told you, man. You know, you got to call the NASDAQ customer support, let them know. Call Pentagon customer support while we're at it. So what we need to see, which is kind of starting to happen, is 575 hold as new support and not 550. And 575 is trying to hold so far. So again, like we was waiting to see, the bids just stack at 550 constantly. That's what we need to see here, and then we should have another retest of 6. Got 2 minutes on this 15-minute candle fixing to close. How's everybody else doing today? We got a quiet chat. Oh, let me check over on Twitch. Anybody said anything over in the Twitch? Nope. Y'all still quiet over there. That's all right. Just appreciate you watching. You ain't got to talk. I'll do all the talking if need be. It's usually not a problem. Went back home to Tennessee 2 weeks ago. Completely disconnected from the internet, and then we had several different family events going on, so I saw family I hadn't seen in years. So of course they're asking me what I do now and all that stuff, and that's the wrong question to ask now. What do I do now? What do I do today? So look, 575 gave up as support. Nasty little downtrending candle. family I did tell, you know, a year ago, 2 years ago, I started warning them about what was coming. You know, they were, we may crack here. We may sell off. It looks like we might. 550s. We've given up 575, and now we're testing 550 as support again, which I don't like. Well, this candle's fixing to close. We'll see how the next candle opens, because it is closing right on the trend line. So if we get a trend line bounce here, we're fine. See where I got that at? Yeah, 548. That's fine. So still a lot of battling going on, and looks like we're about to crack 550, trying to hold. $550 still holding. I actually got 555 trying to hold, which is better than 550. Because we're not. Let's see. No, there's a big buyer stepped in at 555. And now we're getting bids back over 560. Let's see if we push up for another test of 575. We may get another test here. Yep, here comes another test of 575. This needs to be a quick break. We do not need to stay at 575 for very long. I mean, like a very quick break. Like as soon as we start hitting it, we need to start busting through there. Big buyers still stepping up at 565. Good sign that there's still big buyers coming in at these prices. Let's see if we can blow right through 575 here. We don't want to piddle. No piddling. See, here's some selling at 570. We're back down to 550. Buyers are starting to get skittish. Big buyer stepped out of there. Or he got taken out one. I didn't really see. Okay, we're starting to... Gosh, I hate it when this happens. We're starting to try to build support at 560. So we're trying to build support every 5 cents instead of every 25 cents. 560 fell in the hold again. And we are getting close to the piranha zone. You know, the other side of this trend line. You know, you're walking on the dock. If this was flat instead of at an angle, this was a dock on a little pond or lake, and you're walking it, and you accidentally slide your toe off into the water. And piranhas, they take a little nip. They start smelling that blood. All them piranhas are going to be flooding in. So there's a little bit of a little pinky toe that's been dipped into the water, and the piranhas nipped at. So that's why we gotta be careful. The piranhas are the shorters. They're our worst enemies. Okay, all right, here we go. Blow right through it. Come on, we're testing 575 again. Little rejection, little quick rejection. Push again. Here we go. There we go. Bids didn't move up all the way, but ask did pop over. Ooh, look at this. The ask. So we're getting sellers are not willing to sell anymore under 575, and there we go. There we go. Come on. Beautiful. Another test of 6 coming, bouncing off this trend line. We break 6 here and we hold 6 as support. We should be good to go. Be able to at least see at 650. So rejection off of there, 575 again, trying to hold a support. As long as 575 here holds here, which it looks like it's trying. Very nice, very nice. Bid still stacking. It's starting to feel like we're building up for this $6 retest. And this is actually the third test of $6. I don't know what it is about threes, but a lot of times, third test of a major resistance area, support area, is where the action tends to happen. Chugging protein shakes. You get me a little fruit shake or something like that. Maybe throw in some taquitos. I like my taquitos. So we're testing 575 still as support. It has to hold up. Do not want to drop back below. And I may start moving my stop loss up. If we start holding 575 solid, I'm probably going to move my stop loss up to like 564 or something. But not quite yet. I want to make sure 575 is going to hold. Up, we got some resistance. Some sellers coming back in at 575. Let's see if they get taken out. We're taking a little too long here at 575. We need to be, there we go. I was going to say we need to be back up testing 6. To keep upward momentum, we want to be testing resistance and not support. NQ still hanging out sideways at 11.6. Gold holding 1840. Gold just waiting for that break of 1850 to really start going up and trying to test 2000. See top 10% gainers. Peeves not even showing up on that list. It's up 70% right now. Oh well. All right, buyers. We've held up 575 for a while. Uh-oh. We're starting to test it as resistance again. Taking too long here. Need to be back up testing 6 in the next minute or two. Nice little bit of buying coming in there. Pushing the ass back up to 580. We still don't got 575. But these bids got to move up. I don't know what it is about these buyers. They're real. Well, I know what it is. It's the NASDAQ crashing and it's got everybody all sketchy. Alright, there we go. 575 starting to look pretty good as support. Yeah, there we go. We're moving on up. There we go. Come on up. Let's get up to that $6 for that third test. You're showing a little bit of shoulder, but I need some more. I need you to show me some more, PEV. We want to get frisky out here. Can't just be showing just little bits of shoulder. I want to see the whole thing, PEV. The whole thing. It's time to get... It's time to get X-rated on this. Come on, get out of this area. Got 5 minutes on this candle to close. There we go. Okay, good. See, 585 is acting as a little resistance. Get through that. Stop playing with me. Do you need me to sing to you? Or do I need to go back outside? What do you want, PEV? What do you want from me? Tell me. Show me you want it. Show me you want it. Show me the frisk. Come on. There we go. Buyers pushing it up to 590. Got some selling at 590. Shouldn't be that big of a deal to get through 590. And then once we do get through 590 and we're testing 6, 590 needs to hold as new support to break 6. And then we want to see 6 hold as support. Here comes the test. 598, 597, 597 getting taken out. 598 still up. We're breaking. Starting to break. Bids went straight up over 6. Okay, here's the war. You see how crazy it's getting. This is the war. Who's going to win the war? Those shorters are going to have to cover and let us longs get frisky. I'm actually going to take my stop loss out for now because I think if we don't break 6 here, I'm probably just going to lock it out. We need to break 6 here. Nice bid stacking at 585, but again, we need to see, there we go, bid stacking at 590. Let's see them bids pushing up. Still not stacking 590. Got some that, well, they're starting to get taken out a little bit again. Nope, 585 stacking plenty bids, so that's holding up as good support, at least for the moment. Okay, another bid over 590. Bid starting to stack. Here we go. Come on. You can do it. 15 minutes on this hour candle to close. We close over 6. We should be off to the races. So we have 15 minutes for this thing to try to break through 6 and hold 6. Pushing back down to 580. Still buyers there. Buyers still coming in over 580. Very nice. Give me just a sec. I think we're going to get this test for sure. Another retest the 6. This candle's fixing to close. This 15-minute candle. It's got a minute left. If it closes over 575 or in that 585.90 range, I really don't want it to come back down to 575. It needs to really be pushing towards 6. 40 seconds. What nice. Very nice. You see, we tested that 575 for a second and bids stacked like crazy. And now the bids are back up over 580 and we got 30 seconds. This besides this candle here, the initial big rip candle, Not one candle on this 15-minute chart has closed over 575. So that's a strong sign if this candle closes over that. And it looks like it's going to. We only got 10 seconds left here. Which means that the next candle is going to open up higher on the trend line, closer to that $6 area. So we got that trend line support starting to push on that $6 area. Don't turn red on me now. Oh, that's the open of that new candle. Okay. So on this new candle, we may give a little test of 575 here. Off of a little pullback, possibly. Unless these buyers all hold this up here. Let's see, we've had an hour of buying. Are you going to pop back up? They're starting to go. And a little slow delay there. Interesting. Nothing's happening right at this moment. No selling, no buying. We're at like a little stalemate. It's like it's like the buyers and sellers are like, "You want to take over? I don't know. Yeah. Like, they don't know. Nobody knows right now. It's still some indecision in this stock. It's just kind of like, look, we've had all this nice consistent volume, and then now on this candle right here, probably the most important candle, it's just like, we'll just wait a little bit. We'll just wait it out. You know, just relax a few seconds before we start deciding which way to go. Oh no, get out of here. Coming back down for a test of 575 again. Let's see, where's that candle? 561. I'm going to move my stop loss up to about 563. Yeah. Because if 575 can't hold up, then I don't want to be in it anymore. I'll be losing too much upward momentum if it cracks back down to under 575. And if we get back towards 6, I'm going to take my stop loss out again to be able to ready to lock out profits if we start breaking. But we come back down, coming back down a little bit, testing support areas I don't want to see. So got to put that stop loss back in case this thing just dumps. So we got 12 minutes on this hour candle. And as I was saying earlier, this hour candle needs to close over 6. So if we don't break over 6 in the next 12 minutes, it could start getting real sketchy. Stonks and Chomps, are you still in here? Hey, we're starting to get a test. 595's got a lot of sellers, but basically trying to retest 6 already. Now that we had a little break there, for a couple of seconds for everybody to breathe and relax. You in here? Okay, I need to holler at you after the stream, most likely. If not after the stream, it may be a little bit later. But at some point today, we got to get on the phone. We got to talk about your channel. I got some things for you. I'm going to get your channel going and get that thing. Well, it's already going. It's going pretty good, but we're going to get that thing fired up for real. Which, by the way, if you like P2E blockchain gaming, Stonks and Chomps Gaming here. Stonks and Chomps has her own channel, and she covers basically gameplay, maybe a few tutorials here and there for PD blockchain gaming. But I got a game for you. I want you to get in. You're gonna like it. Drop your channel, Lauren, if you want there. For Daniel B, he'll probably come troll you, but hey, it's another subscriber. Yeah, that's fine. Whatever time of the day works for you, Stonks and Chomps. I just need like 30 minutes to get you caught up on some things. And it looks like we're about to get that retest to 6. 10 minutes left. Same thing as before. We're just waiting for those buyers to start coming in, holding 590. See that ask at 6. Now, if we don't break through 590 here, then that's not going to be a good sign. We need to break and hold 590. Not even that much selling there. Get those sellers out of there. There you go. And there's Stonks and Chomps Gaming's YouTube channel. And also, if you haven't checked out H&H Trader's channel, be sure to go check out his channel. He usually live streams in the mornings before I do. Gives you some pre-market analysis. It does look like we may get this break here. We're pushing towards it. Okay, there's a bid stacking at 590. Multiple bids stacking at 590. Decent sized bids. 590 starts holding. We're going to probably break. 590 trying to hold. Buyers getting comfortable coming in at 590 now. I would not consider play to earn blockchain gaming for kids, Daniel B. There's people who make more money than you at blockchain gaming. And if you're saying it's for kids and you think that a 6-year-old should play it, well, then the 6-year-old probably will have more money than you as well, Daniel B. So either way, like, you're again out of your wheelhouse. Calm down, my little puppy friend. You know better than speak on crypto anymore. You I don't know how many times I got to keep putting you back in the grave about crypto. You're a zombie. You just keep coming out of nowhere. And here comes the break of 6 again. Very nice. Taking out the stop loss. I believe we're about to... Thought we were about to rip, but then that little pullback to 6 was a quick one. Let's see if it can go. Took my stop loss out. Number 650. It's our next resistance line. And if we get over 610, then we're going to break here. It's got some sellers at 610. Shorter's over 610. I'm imagining shorter's got to cover, and if shorters start covering, that means they're buying back in. That on top of the buying volume we got, we could see a halt out of this possibly if it can hold above 6 and start really pushing. It's low float enough it could get a halt. No, Daniel, be only think about cryptos all the time. I don't think about you that much. Don't flatter yourself, bud. Come on, there we go. Starting to break that 610. Bids moving up to 610. Let's see if getting a test of 615 right through that up to 620. Boom, up to 628 on the ask. Let's go. Let's go. This is what I've been waiting on. All right, let's get into some position locking out here. Let's see if we get another push up. It's like that 625. I'll lock a little 5-piece out there. Oh, wait a minute now. 625. It's trying to hold. If 625 starts holding, I ain't going to lock anything out yet because it's going to rip again. It's moving up slowly at 625. I think we're about to break through 625 and test 650 here. We break through 650, we may make a new high a day at 675 right over this previous high. Okay, testing 625 right through 625. Oh, nope, still getting hung up there a little bit. Buyer's still comfortable. Buyer's still coming in. One at 624. And look at this. We got 3 minutes on this candle to close on the hour chart. Bullish engulfing candle. Like I said, if we get a bullish engulfing candle close on this, we may be off to the races. Breaking over 628 up to 630. I'm going to take a little 5-piece off there. We did get almost up to 650, so I'm expecting that test of 650 here in just a second. We've got pretty strong upward momentum now. Buyers still coming in. Yeah, bid stacking at 625. Very nice, very nice. Two minutes. 2 minutes, as long as it stays above 6. This is a bullish engulfing. 2 minutes. It's engulfing the previous red candle. It's eating it up. It's a Pac-Man. This is a Pac-Man going yum, 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 yum. 630 starting to hold his bids. We're going to get a test of 650 probably right as this is closing. Minute left. Come on. Push up to 650. Let's get it. Come on. Having a retest the 625 support. That held up. Buyers pushing back over 630. We got 40 seconds. Come on. Let's get that test of 650, buyers. Show us you're comfy. Show us you're in your recliner. Come on, come on. Very close. Just need to push through this resistance right here. There we go. Keep moving the bids up. Come on. $6.30 still holding the support, trying to. We're coming in the last 15 seconds of this candle. I'm gonna lock another 5 out as we kind of crack through 625 there. So I got 20 shares left. We did close as a bullish engulfing candle, so we should start moving. Holding up this trend line. Trend line's pretty much confirmed at this point. We're starting to curl up. Yeah, I think we're about to break out here. Let's go. Let's go. My left nipple's getting hard. I'm starting to feel the frisk. Here we go, up to 643 on the ask. Bids over 640. Here comes a test of 650 in the next minute. Maybe. If we don't get held up at 640. Nope, big buyer just stepped in over 640. Ask up to 640. Plenty of buyers stepping in at 640. Let's go. Let's get this 650 break. This stock is driving me crazy. It is taking its sweet time for this breakout. There you go. Come on. Get the 6. There we go. Beautiful. Boom. There we go. New high of day. 677. Nice rip straight up to 675. Let's go. Let's see the big rip. Let's see this thing really start going. Show me some frisk. I want a halt. Get us a halt going straight up. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Everybody get excited. There's all those buyers starting to feel good. FOMO's starting to kick in. Let's go. Come on. Let's get that FOMO in here. I'm going to take another little 5 off up here at this top. That is near the high. That is basically the new high of day. I got 15 shares left. Are you going to get this test of 7? Are we going to get nasty or not? Oh yeah, about to retest 675. Got nice momentum breaking through 675. Beautiful, up to 684, 690. Let's see that test of 7. Let's see it break 7 and get halted. Come on. Let's see you get halted. Break that 7 and get halted. Let's go, baby. Ooh, come on. Get on. Let's see those 7s on the ask. A lot of fighting here. Oh, here comes a test of 7. Big sellers there. They're getting taken out. They're getting chomped at. Come on. Hit that 7 again. They're getting taken out. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Break through that 7. You know you want it. Right over 7 up to 716. Let's go. Let's go. Show me the frisk. Show me the frisk. This is what we do this for. Beautiful. I'm going to take another 5 off at 7 because why not? We're just taking on ATM deposits right out of this NASDAQ this morning. You just give me 7's holding now support. We might rip through 720. We might hit a new high here. Got 10 shares left. How much more you going to give me? How much more frisky do you want to get from my last 10 shares? Come on. So we're still holding above 7, which is a good sign. If we start cracking 7, I'm just going to lock it all the way out and call it a day. Seven's still holding somewhat. 7.15 acting as a little resistance. Ooh, 7's starting to crack a little bit. So I'm getting out. There we go. I'll take it. $40 on 40 shares, $1 move. Took a while. It may not be done. I mean, it's still holding above 7, and it has that nice upward momentum still on this trend line. But like I said, I'm sticking to my plan. The moment it started cracking 7, I had to get out because it easily could have come back down. You know, we are off of that trend line by about $1. $1 off the trend line, starting to get a little sketchy. But very nice play. Hopefully, anybody else make some money on this play? Did you get in it? Oh, look at that, up to 7. Look at this thing go. Look at this thing go. That's what I was looking for. Here comes. It's probably gonna get halted in a second. Give me. Nope, still not halted yet. But yeah. So today's trade, $41. Yesterday I took 2 trades. Both of those were losses, but I only lost $7. So I'm 1 out of 3 trades. That's a 30% win rate, and I am in the profit. That is the importance of keeping your stop losses tight and knowing where your stop losses should be. Low risk, high reward, high risk to reward ratio. And this is why I trade low float stocks. This is it exactly right here. If you are still in here, don't you know? Or what did he say his name was? Don't know. This is it. This is it right here. I'm sorry, Daniel, being one life. I'm too busy making money to hear you. All right. Well, that's it. That's it for today. For today's stream, we're what? We're one and a half hours in, so an hour and a half. It took me to make this $40 on this play. Most people to make $40 at their job would have to work probably 2 hours, and that's doing something they don't like. So this is the power of trading, and it's not just the stock market, it's all assets. If you study, if you continue to research, and I know this is only $40. It's not like it's a huge win, right? It's not incredible. I'm not sitting here like, hey, yeah, look at me, I'm an amazing trader. I made $40 in one trade. Like, no, that's not what I'm getting at. But what I'm saying is the consistency is the key. Consistency is key, which means keeping your stop losses where they should be, trading the best setups. Don't buy at the top, looking for entries on the trend lines, looking for entries and pullbacks. We don't want to be up here in the 750 area waiting for this to break out. We want to be in on that trend line. It may be a little sketchy for a while as the trend line tests, but at least you're not risking that much. Whereas if you was to get in here, or like yesterday on those two trades where I got in too high on the price, those was bad entries, and that's why I had to cut them. I realized after I'd got into them that they were bad entries. So cutting those two yesterday ended up being $7 in loss, and now this one win today, 41. So I'm up 35 on the week. But all I'm saying is, like, because you can X this. I mean, I only use 40 shares, so 40 shares of what was I in at? I think I was under $5. No, I was under 5.50. So that's about $300 invested on with a $40 win, and it's still ripping. So $300 invested, $400 or $40 win. That's about a 13% gain on the day, and a 13% gain on the week. Or actually, minus that $7, it brings it down to about a 10% gain on the week so far. So once you have the experience to do these type of trades, then you can up your position size. You know, if you would have went say 100 on this and it rips $2, 100 shares, I mean, that's $300. Look at this beautiful rip. Just beautiful. I mean, just beautiful. I love it. This is what I love to see. Oh, that makes my day. That's what that's what I was said, One Life. Yeah, if you were using a lot bigger share size, this would be a lot bigger win, for sure. But it doesn't matter what share size I'm trading with. It's not going to make you any money. It matters what share size you're trading with. So the strategy works the same. The share size is irrelevant. The gain is still there, regardless if you go a bunch of shares or you go a small share amount. The gain is still there. This is pretty easy setup. There was a lot more selling pressure in it than I liked. There was some shorting definitely through here. That's why we see all those wicks. But beautiful rip all the way up to 775. Goodness. So that's almost another $3 it's ripped so far. Yeah, exactly, One Life. That's the thing. If I was that heavy in the stock market right now, this could have been a $400, $500 win, but woulda, coulda, shoulda. Like I said yesterday, I'm not sticking around with heavy money in the stock market for now. Once the Nasdaq crashes to where it's at, then I'll trade a little heavier. But I mean, we're in crazy consolidation and volatility across all markets. So. And again, I don't think the Nasdaq is done. I think we still got a ways to go. I don't even know what the name of this was. PEV, PEV. That's what it was. I traded, but up 100. Oh, look at there. Let's see on the is it on the Nasdaq gainer list now? What is going on with that? Get out of here. How is that not on the top Nasdaq gainer list? It's up 100%. 115%. This is the biggest ripper of the day so far. Which is another reason why I like to trade a little bit later. I don't like doing the pre-market in the first 30 minutes of the market like HH does. I like coming in after all the craziness is settled and find the one or two stocks that are still uptrending, that are low float, that have the potential. No resistance ahead of it. And if you remember, if you've been watching the whole stream, there was I forgot what the play was I was looking at, but it was right before I found PEV. They had similar patterns on the daily, except for PEV was above EMA, or maybe it was a different one. I don't even remember at this point. This stock has just made my brain mush. All right, Stonks and Chomps, have a good one. Everybody else, appreciate you joining as always. If you haven't joined the Framework Fortune Discord, let me, to answer that question, yes, futures, yeah, you can use them as indicators if you really want to call them indicators, but The futures, it's a whole market of different commodities and different things, right? So, and it's also global. So I look at the futures because that shows me where the money, the majority of the value around the globe is going, right? The stock market, the NASDAQ, is not traded as much around the globe as the NASDAQ future is, or the ES, whatever it is. I think it's the ES 100 or something like that, which is like a smaller version of the NASDAQ. Look at this thing go. This thing's about to rip again. Possibly. If it no, it's going to start pulling back. Yeah, it started to make a double top. Got too far off of that. Yeah, so that's going to pull back. But yeah, sentiment. That's a good word for it. Yeah, for sentiment. And also the futures are open. Like the stock market closes, market hours close at 4 p.m. Eastern time, and then you have after hours till 8 p.m. Is that right? 8 p.m. or 8:30 p.m. Something like that, where after hours closes. Whereas futures, they don't close throughout the night. So I'm always up working late at night. So I watch the futures every night, along with cryptos and foreign markets and stuff. I mean, you can simplify day trading to just using these type of strategies like you saw here today, and not have to really look at all the futures and all that. But like I said, we're in a very volatile time, so it's kind of important to know where the money is going, right? If money is pulling out of oil right now, then we know oil stocks are not going to be ripping. If gold starts breaking 1850, then we know that gold stocks will probably start getting ready to move. If the NASDAQ continues to drop and we're seeing tech stocks getting destroyed, like they've been getting destroyed, and then the I lost my train of thought. What was I saying? What was I talking about? Brain damage. I swear it's the feds. They're sending nuclear waves through my computer. Microwaves. They're sending microwaves full of hot pockets through my computers to melt my brain. That's what I really don't remember what I was just talking about. I really did just blank out. But I have a lot going on today, so I need to get going anyway. If this, then that. Yeah, basically. Well, here's the thing. Everything, as I was saying before, is just supply and demand. There's nothing else. Like all these fancy platforms and stuff, it's like putting a diamond and well, I was going to compare the NASDAQ to a turd, which is about on point for me. Oh, screw it. The NASDAQ is a turd. The supply and demand is the turd. You don't need all of this extra diamonds and bells on top of the turd, right? You just want to scoop the turd up and get it out of the way. So, this metaphor is going terrible. Give me a second. Let me think about this for a second. Let me say something that's coherent, not something crazy and stupid. Because that's really where we were going there for a second was real stupid. So hold on a second. Will be time when we will be buying stocks with cryptos. Well, no, you're not going to be buying stocks with cryptos, Daniel B. The stocks themselves are going to be tokenized. If you don't think the Nasdaq's going to some type of blockchain, I can tell you right now you're wrong. 100%. Everything is going to blockchain. It's better technology. Like it's way better technology than any type of data transferring, data holding. just data, data transfer, holding, all that. It's better. It's better than any type of systems that we have right at the moment. Blockchain would make the Nasdaq a lot cleaner. Probably take out a lot of the hoodoo and stuff like that, because then you could see the institutions who are playing the shenanigans, because it would all be on a public blockchain instead of having to dig and find out, and what these institutions are doing. So blockchain will happen. You can make fun of it all you want, Daniel B, but you're going to be trading on blockchain technology and not even know it. That's what's going to happen. You're going to be trading on blockchain and complaining about it, crypto still, and not even have any idea that you're actually trading on blockchain. You're like, man, these orders are so much faster since Thinkorswim did this update. I love it. So again, go back to your grave on the cryptos, man. You don't. You're way out of your league on that. We've got video evidence of me burying you in the ground, taking a nice little piddle on top of your little grave, and then walking off in the sunset, putting my Joe Biden shades on, going, "Come on, man." Okay. Yes, institutions absolutely trade futures. When I was talking about silver earlier and the price of silver being held down, that's what institutions do with futures. They use futures to try to hold the prices of materials down, resources down. Like that silver example, it takes silver to make computer chips. It takes silver to make all these electronic or EV cars, all these electric cars. So there is a high demand for silver. But if silver was 1,000 an ounce and it was following gold closely like it should be, then it would cost a whole lot more to make those electronic or those EV car batteries, which would jump up the price of the EV cars. Same thing with the computer chips. The institutions that are, probably in cahoots with Intel and AMD, all the major chip makers, have been holding silver futures down for a long time. And there is proof of this. Actually, matter of fact, this is a good video. Let me pull this video up and link it to you. There was a huge nickel short squeeze where Chase Bank, JP Morgan, and they're still in that short squeeze in a dangerous territory, along with a billionaire nickel producer Chinese tycoon. But this was not covered on the news whatsoever, and this should have been all over the news. But instead, at this time, people were talking about Will Smith slapping Chris Rock. That's what everybody on social media was talking about. Meanwhile, Chase, who a lot of people bank with, is going upside down. So there you go. There's that. Let me make sure that's the right video. What did I do? Did I get the right video? I feel like I didn't. Oh no, I did. Clip the copboard. Yeah, Daniel B, go back to sleep. Go back to sleep. You spent 2 years telling me how I was so wrong about the NASDAQ and everything crashing. Now look where we're at. You told me I was crazy. You told me I was out of my mind. You told me I was crazy when I switched to electric car 2 years ago. How you feeling paying those $6 gas prices, a-hole? Keep trolling. Go back to your grave. Don't make me laugh. Go back to your grave. Stop it. Stop it. Do you need a little kiss before you go? There you go, Daniel B. Go back night-night. Go back night-night now. I've saved more money with my electric car than you've made in your entire stock career the last 2 years just because of gas. And the reason why is because I know you use gas. So even if you made a ton of profits trading stocks, all that profit has went into gas money now. So you're the best. Anyway, What do you mean market ran up an extra 100 points? The market's dying. If you want to call this little rebound today something, you're more than welcome to, but yeah, you know what it is. I missed the whole move. I don't even know what you're talking about, One Life. You talking crazy. You just talking crazy to talk crazy. Y'all have ran out of every type of validation and ammo that you have against me, boys. It's not speculation at this point. I have proven y'all wrong at every single corner for 2 years straight. Don't This is fun for me now. I only entertain you trolls to entertain you. To entertain myself when I'm done teaching. Alright, anyway. NASDAQ is down 20%. And cryptos are down 60%. Okay. That's nice. It's actually a little bit not accurate. Cryptos are down about 80, 100%. You know, so doesn't matter. I've been getting paid APR on all my staking positions 100% plus. So, like I said, the crypto crash didn't hurt me. The whole entire time I've been staking, I just gained more and more coins. Over 100% interest. Crypto market going down 100% is nothing. It's nothing. You'll see. You will see. It will be a fun day when cryptos jump back up and then y'all are calling it tulips again for the 80 millionth time. What are you talking about? You called a market pullback a day before the market pullback. What is the point of that? I called it 2 or 3 years in advance. I have given ample warning to what was coming up. You've had plenty of time to change your whole entire life to set up for this crash that was coming from my warning. Your 1 day warning of all the interest rates, I already called all that. I've called all of that before. You know what? I don't even care. It's not about me calling it. This was all a warning to people. If you, whatever, you guys are right. One Life, Daniel B, you're right. You're the best. You guys keep doing your great work. Keep it up. All right? You guys are the best. We ain't even going to talk about it anymore. You're right. I'm the worst. You're the best. Good job. Continue to have fun. Shorten your stocks. Yeah, I don't short because I don't like to short. That's my own personal preference. But just because the market's crashing doesn't mean you have to. Like that was really dumb. The market's dropping and I just made money. So without going short. Like right in front of everybody's eyes. That's the level of I'm trying to be nice. I'm really trying to be nice to you guys, but you keep on wanting to come back for the smoke. Don't make me have to smoke y'all again. Because the next time I smoke y'all, it's not going to be pretty. It's going to be Texas barbecue pit style. Everybody gathered around, drinking beers while you guys are on the rotisserie spinning around in circles, getting lit on fire. So I'm forewarning you ahead of time, just like I did on both the debates that I did against you guys. If you guys want to see the debates that I had with One Life and Daniel B, they're on the channel. It's going to be worse than that if you keep poking at me. I'm telling you, it's going to be worse. And I'm going to enjoy every bit of it because it's going to be so entertaining. It's going to be hilarious. So, calm it down, boys. Calm it down. You're messing with the ultimate troll. That's what you keep forgetting. All right. Anyway, nobody's watching anyway. Yeah, you say that all the time. Nobody watches. I've only got 5, 10 viewers, and then by the end of the day, there's usually like 60 to 100 views on the video. So I don't think those same 5 people are watching the video over and over again. But, maybe they are. If they are, good. There's nothing wrong with that. Haters gonna hate, lovers gonna love. I don't even want none of the above. Alright, guys, appreciate everybody joining me as always. We'll be back tomorrow for some more live trading. We got that short week this week, so probably no live stream for me on Friday with it being a short week and there's just a lot going on. But yeah, we should be good for tomorrow. And I'll try to start the stream a little bit earlier. We'll see. But you guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe out there. If you haven't yet, go join the Framework Fortune Discord. Appreciate everybody joining me as always. Until next time.